Yeah, man. This OG Alpha. He's this guy, bro. He's a black Muslim in America. He's titled this video "Why I Left Islam." Right? That's what he's titled it. And he literally speaks a little bit of waffle. He just talks about what he's done in his life, let people know that he's been a Muslim from birth somehow. I don't know how you was a Muslim from birth when you're black. Maybe you were born into a straight black Muslim family. I don't know. I don't really believe it, but he's a Muslim. At the end of the day, that's it. But he says he doesn't like how black Muslims are treated around the world. Doesn't like it. There's things that he's found out that he doesn't like. He's a black Muslim, remember? He's titled the video, "Why I've Left Islam." I'm gonna be honest, this is one of the most confused brothers I've ever seen. He is baffed. He's basically a typical Muslim. You know, they just make no sense. They just make no sense. It's like that, what's his name? That lip balm, that Sajid lip balm guy, his long beard. Bruv, what's that guy, that Yassi Kadi guy? That standard narrative has holes madness, right? He made a video in response to that Sajid guy, and he basically said, bruv, you just have to ignore what he said and follow the faith. Ignore it. Ignore the fact that he said that. Ignore the fact that he's a prominent guy who speaks madness about Islam. Not madness. When I say madness, I mean like he's proper out there speaking, like a scholar type guy. You look to that guy, he's knowledgeable. He knows more than most other Muslims. You get information from him. Sajid made a video saying, forget what this guy said. But in the same video, he said, what he said is so damning to the Islam community. Well, if it's damning, then is it not true? Like, this is why I say, yeah, this is why I will never, to me, this is the most important part of Islam. Number one, nothing can be better than this. Not better, but in terms of being a true Muslim, this is the best thing. You follow it. You follow that shit blindly. You don't question it. You don't think about nothing bad about it, bruv. You just follow it. You do that, you will be the best Muslim you could possibly be, bruv. Defend it in all aspects. Like, say you're a Muslim and you hear a Christian say something and you think, right, is that true? But you're a Muslim, you don't ever say that. You just say you're wrong, you're a liar, you're talking rubbish, it's weak, daif. That's what you say. It keeps the faith strong. Never give in, never listen, never debate, never be like one of these guys. Oh, is that true what you're saying? Ooh, can you show me the source? Wow, it's written there. Hey Muslims, look what this Christian told me. Is this true? Oh no, that's weak. You can imagine, like, but no Muslim would do that. They wouldn't dare, because they know the consequences of doing such a thing, like listening. You know, it's crazy, bruv. They all know what to do, bruv. Trust me, they all know. It's called taqiyya. Yeah, Muslims will tell you taqiyya is, what's taqiyya? They say taqiyya is when your life is in danger. You are allowed to lie, basically lie on your faith to keep your life. You see, if you're a truly religious person and you truly believe in your religion, you would die for it, wouldn't you? That's true religion for me. But you're allowed to do taqiyya to keep yourself alive, right? But that's lies, guys. Why is it lies? What's more important? I just basically said it. You see, in Islam, jihad is the most important thing. That's basically dying for Islam, yeah? Dying for it, basically. Long story short, right? So, oh my God. Jihad is the most important thing. That gets you to paradise, 100-fold, yeah? Taqiyya, if you lie to keep the faith strong, you're basically doing something better than if you was lying to keep your life strong. But they don't say that. If you're arguing about what taqiyya is, that's what they'll tell you. It's if your life's in danger, you can do taqiyya, yeah, which is all bullshit in itself. But they use taqiyya when the faith is being challenged. So say, you know, a Christian's talking about Muslim, like in Speaker's Corner and all that crap. You can do taqiyya in that Christian's face to keep the faith strong. And every Muslim that comes around, if they don't know what's being said, they will just stand behind the Muslim and nod their head as soon as he speaks. They don't know what he's talking about, but when he speaks, they'll nod his head. Yeah, they might randomly say Allahu Akbar, Takbir, and all the Muslims will say Takbir and all that nonsense, and that's it. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's all you don't even have to do. It's insane. There's no coherence. There's no brain use. It's just that's what you do. Rules. That's why the best Muslims are the ones that follow the faith blindly. Fight for it. Yeah? That's why, see the Somalian Muslims, see them, man. A lot of people will say, yeah, them Muslims, boy, them Somalians, boy, the Malis, boy, you can't fuck about with them. But I know a lot of Somalians, fam, and it's true. You can't fuck about with them. Do you know why? Do you know why? You look where they come from, bruv. They're basically, some of them are pirates, blood. Like, how they live is mad. Yeah? So when you put religion in them, and then you find out, bruv, anyone talks shit about Prophet Muhammad, you could do what you want. They take that shit serious. They will do you in for that. Some Muslims won't do that. They'll be like, oh, look what you said. But them, man, they will look to do you something. You know what I'm saying? Just off a religion in itself. It's madness. It's mad. And Somalians, yeah, they're all, not all of them, but majority of them are called Abdul. Ain't that funny? Abdul means slave of Allah. Slave of Allah. Fear Allah. Why have you got to fear him? See, I've gone off on like a little tangent. So this black guy, OG Alpha, listen to what he says right now. Listen.
And these women end up leaving.
He was just speaking about black women leaving because they found out information about Islam.
I got tired of so much of the cultural racism.
Cultural racism, so Islamic racism.
I got so tired of seeing how black Muslims were treated.
Black Muslims were treated?
You know, all over the world.
All over the world.
See, because
what, my friend?
The amount of traveling that I did allowed me to live in other countries.
So you've seen a lot of shit.
Live amongst the people.
So you've seen different types of people, different Muslims.
Not to paint any group of people as a whole.
So what you doing?
As being one way. But if any of us are really, if we're being honest.
What?
We know.
We know what?
How black people are treated around the Islamic world.
This is a black guy, right? He's titled his video, Why I've Left Islam, and he's just said, we know how black people are treated around the Islamic world. Right. So he's made this video and he's titled it, Why I Have Left Islam. From the start of this video to this point, he hasn't said he's left. The insane part about this video, if you watch the whole 20-minute video, is that near the end, he actually says he has not left. And the reason why he hasn't left is basically what I say, like the reason to be a true Muslim: follow it blindly, ignore all the bad things you hear about it, and just keep going. That's what he basically says. He says, just keep strong with the faith. Don't be tainted by what people say. Don't listen to it. Just be strong with the deen. So, basically, brother, what you're saying to me is, I'm a black guy. What you're telling me is, ignore everything. Ignore everything that you've heard about Islam and just stick with it. Listen.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. He's horrible. This is a black guy. He's a Muslim in America, and he's traveled around the world. He's seen shit. Yeah, I've traveled, but not that much. You know, I bet he's traveled more than me. So he's seen different types of people, and he's seen shit. He's a black guy. He's a Muslim, and what he doesn't like it. So he's talking facts. Yeah. They call black man raisin head, Aswad, you know, guy, and you go to mosque. They might put up with you in there, but they don't like you. They don't want you praying near them. They don't. You're a Najad. You're Aswad. They don't like you really, bruv. They only like you. They only put up with you because you're a black guy. Maybe like in the area that you are, there's a lot of black guys, you know, like, so, like, basically numbers are great, innit? Greater than some people. So you put up with it. Just put up with it, blood. The more the better when it comes to Islam.
Now again,
listen to this guy.
There are a lot of Muslims I've met, different parts of the world, Egypt, Qatar.
He's been to Egypt and Qatar. Kuwait.
Bahrain.
He's been to Bahrain.
UAE.
He's been to UAE.
Saudi.
You been there?
Some people from these places are such good people. They'll literally take their clothes off their back and give it to you.
Will they? Will they give it to you? What about you? What about a black guy?
They'll literally give you their last piece of food.
What about a black guy?
But there's a collective cultural
racism
and
mistreatment
that black people, African people, more particularly African people deal with globally.
Yep.
It's
What?
You know, the unity that we speak on. You can see certain brothers from different parts of the world, and
it takes so long to get to the point.
You see how together they are collectively when it comes to their brand of Islam. You know, we talk about the deen is for everyone, and the deen is, you know, sees no color. But then you have the Indian masjid, you got the Pakistani masjid, you got the Bangladeshi masjid, you got the Turkish masjid, you got...
I don't know what he's talking about.
All of these different masjids, but then when the African brothers or the black brothers want to do something exclusive or similar to what these other, you know, cultures do, it's always some pushback. It's always some type of, well, why do we need to do that? We're all brothers.
See? So they don't like black people, like, doing what they want to do in Islam. Like, it's just it's madness in itself, blood. So what are you part of it for then? You fucking idiot. Like, what he's saying, I don't even know about none of this shit. If what he's saying, bruv, I fully believe what he's saying is true, bruv. You know what I mean? Like, he's been around the world. Man's been to fucking Bahrain. Like, I don't even know that fucking place exists, blood. Fuck is Bahrain, like, you know what I'm saying? What you going there for, man? What you going there for? You must really love Islam, innit? You must really want to be a part of this shit. He's mad. He's like, this video is backward. Because if you read the comments, right, there's a lot of Christians saying, oh, thank you, brother, Jesus is the way. And so I just know that, because at the beginning, like, look, what you just heard, innit? You're going to assume that he's left Islam, isn't it? You're going to assume what he's saying, he's left. Look what he said. He said black people get treated differently in Islam. They look bad, and black people can't do their own thing in Islam. It's like, why they got to do that? We're all brothers. Just keep it, like, you know, like, he's laying down some facts that most people I know don't even know about. You know what I mean? So, like, if you watch this video and get to this point, you might think, fuck, like, I'm a black Muslim. I've never heard this before. What you're saying is some fuckery shit. And you've titled the video, Why I've Left Islam. I'm telling you, bruv, when you get to near the end of this video, you're going to think, what? This guy he is confused. He is what you call just dumb. And he's made this video. And I feel sorry for guys like this. I kind of want to feel sorry for them, but at the same time, you've got a brain. You sat down and thought about this. You've made this video and said all these facts, yeah, which are damn good reasons to not be in Islam, especially for a black person. And you're madness. You are, brother. Yeah, listen.
They discourage us from.
I should be skipping parts because this guy talks
coming together and doing exclusive things for ourselves. All while that's what they're doing. You go to the Arab world. And they have numerous things that's specific for them that you can't be a part of, even though you are supposed to be their Muslim brother.
He just said, if you go to a Muslim country, he just said there are things that are for Muslims, but they're not for black Muslims. So, all right, you're a black person, yeah? There's already racism, you know what I mean? There are people that don't like black people, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z, whatnot. And now you throw Islam into it, and you think you can be part of Islam and it's not racist, and then you do your deep research and you find out it's like what? Aswad, like, do you know about that? Aswad. That's the racist term for black people. Aswad. Najis, or I can't bother. They're fucked. They just put up with us, blood, because like we're numbers, innit? Like, you know, Islam is like a gang. So when gangsters like join, they must think, ah, shit. Like, you can imagine it. Say you're like a weak, like a just normal Muslim, like not weak, but like you're not really part of none of that. And then you find out a black gangster joins. You're like, bruv, you know him? He's a Muslim, you know, bruv. And then you see him in mosque and you chat to him. And then like you get in trouble and then he comes over, but bruv, that's my Aki, you know, blood. Yeah, but like, I lie, blood. Yeah, that's my brother in faith, bruv. Yeah, no. And then obviously that man's a road man. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You would love that. Yeah, look.
Because it's for their culture.
It's for their culture.
It just turned me off so much.
It just turned him off so much. Remember, he's titled the video, Why I've Left Islam. Just remember that. And he's saying facts. He's a black guy. He's laying down some facts that I don't even know about. Right? Like, black people shouldn't be part of Islam. Yeah, no one should really, but because of the madness of it. But, you know, look.
And it really started to impact.
Impact what?
My faith.
So your faith got challenged.
And I really strayed far away from it.
You strayed far?
Anybody knows me
knows you
how I grew up.
Yep.
No matter what I did in my life, get older, and I realized more and more people going through a lot, and not everyone is able to just push through. People need breaks, and they need to be able to stop and pause, and they need to be able to regroup. And when you truly care for them, it's important that
he waffles about some things that's
you allow them that time.
He's speaking from the heart, which I understand. But
ever since I've stopped practicing the way I used to.
So I forgot about. I didn't really catch that bit. He's basically still a Muslim, but he's not doing it as he used to. You know, he's a half-hearted Muslim. I don't know if you know this, brother. Half-hearted Muslim is a kafir. You know what I mean? You're already a black guy. You be stoned to death for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You got doubts. You can't even have doubts. You can't think like how you're thinking. You know?
I've just, it's been ups and downs. I've had
ups and downs.
A lot of success in areas.
Yeah. And
then I've abruptly had challenges.
Yes, just life in general.
And when you're not practicing your deen, you just kind of feel exposed.
You feel exposed.
You don't feel protected. You don't feel, connected to that higher source.
The highest source.
You don't feel connected to Allah.
Allah. You just said there's no place for black people in Islam.
No matter what you do,
you get treated differently.
Your peace is going to be affected by it. Your behavior is going to be affected by it. I'm speaking to the people who understand where I'm coming from, who understand this deen.
What are you chatting about?
But I'm also speaking to people who are working their way through it, trying to figure it out. Maybe you knew coming into the deen, it's important that you surround yourself around a really good support system. People who are practicing, but they're not so rigid and so strict that you can't be around them and still feel like...
Did you hear what he just said?
You still want to feel like you're a part of...
Did you hear what he just said, blood?
And you need your community.
Listen to this.
Ever since I've stopped practicing the way I used to, I've just, it's been ups and downs. I've had
this guy talks so slow.
Success in areas, and then I've abruptly had challenges and exposed. You don't feel protected. You don't feel, connected to that higher source. You don't feel connected to Allah.
This guy, man.
And no matter what you do, your peace is going to be affected by it. Your behavior is going to be affected by it. I'm speaking to the people who understand where I'm coming from, who understand this deen. But I'm also speaking to people who are working their way through it, trying to figure it out. Maybe you knew coming into the deen.
Listen.
It's important that you surround yourself around a really good support system. People who
do what?
are practicing,
But
they're
not what?
so rigid and so strict that.
Right? Do you know what he just said? He said, remember, he's a black person, right? He doesn't like the things that you find out when you're a black person, right? So now he's now gone from basically talking facts about Islam and why you should leave. He's now basically saying you should surround yourself with people who are not so rigid, not so strict. You mean true Muslims? True Muslims that will give you the real insight of what Islam is. Surround yourself with the not so strict Muslims, right? Who are going to fabricate your brain with the good stuff, yeah? And not tell you the truth, yeah? Because that's going to make the deen strong, isn't it, my brother? Are you bucking nuts, blood? He titled the video, Why I've Left Islam. He hasn't left. Yeah, he just spoke at the beginning of the video. He laid out some facts that, you know, like black women, they've left Islam because how they're treated in it. They've done their research. He doesn't like it. He's done traveling, and Muslims do certain things, and black people, even if you're a Muslim, you're not allowed to do it. Like, he doesn't understand it. You know, bad things. And he's basically said, bruv, like, because of all of that, I haven't followed my faith truthfully. So you strayed. Yeah, like your heart and your brain is strayed, but you're still a Muslim. Bruv, this guy is lost. This is the definition of a lost brother. And if you look at him, you know he's not a young brother. You're one of the. If you're listening to my video, fam, you're one of the dumbest. You're a donut. You're an idiot. Yeah, you want a religion to fucking just hold your hand and cuddle you and say, "Don't worry, my Aki. Nothing can go wrong in the deed. Nothing. Just the faith is all you need. These things that you've heard, they're weak. It's naive. Don't listen to them. Is that what you want? You don't want to hear the truth, blood? You are one pathetic, brother. I don't care.
You can't be around them and still feel like you're a part. You still want to feel like you're a part of
this. Are you fucking mad?
This deen.
You still want to feel like you're like, you know, when you're a kid. Yeah, and like you're around a group of friends that you want to be around, but they don't really like you, like, and then you're trying all this crap to fit in. Was that what it is? Just make it easier for me, man. Don't tell me about this bad stuff please don't tell me about it, man. I don't want to know, man. But I just want to just follow my deen. I'm a Muslim. So you don't want to know the truth, and you're making this video to tell people basically, if you've heard this stuff, ignore it. Just stay strong with the deen. Ignore it, it's weak, it's naive, forget about it, and just follow Allah, follow Prophet Muhammad, and just pray 5 times a day, and that's it. Just don't listen to it. Yeah? That's what it's insane. Like, it's insane. It's insane, blood.
You need your community
it's raining, man, shit.
To surround you and support you.
23 minutes, man. This guy talks so slow.
Due to my career,
I'm trying to get to the point where he says he isn't.
Success. I've been able to do a lot of things that.
Oh, you talk shit. Man.
Let's say the average person isn't able to do.
I'm gonna miss it when I skip it. I know.
The average person.
He talks crap.
Almost
man.
like they just look at you like, why do you have it?
I don't even know what he's chatting about, bro.
First to say, it's a lifelong journey, and you got to keep working at it. Or whatever Allah blessed them with. But when it came to me, and again, I witnessed this with other brothers, other black brothers who were doing well in the community, it would be this resentment towards them. It would be just this jealousy towards them. It's because so many of our own brothers and sisters in Islam think that we are like second class.
You are.
They think we're second class Muslims. And when you experience a lot of those different things,
what? It makes you want to leave.
It just turns you off.
Okay.
But I did this video
to do. Listen.
Because I'm back on my path to get back on my deen. And I'm encouraging.
Listen.
Any brothers and sisters out there who have struggled If you left the deen, come back to it.
Oh my God. Oh my. So there you have it, guys. OG Alpha has just laid out about 5 fucking really good reasons to leave it. I mean, you don't have to be black. You know what I mean? He's literally laid reasons why you should leave Islam. He's really good points, and he's now just said he's made this video to come back to the deen. And even if you're on the fence and you're listening to what he's just said, just stay strong, man. Like, just stick with it. Stick with it. Ignore what you just heard. So ignore what you just said, you, OG Alpha. Ignore what you've said and just stick with the... You just confused me, bro. Like, are you... Bro, listen.
I've been able to...
This guy, you are
do a lot of
confused.
things that
You are the most confused brother I think I've ever seen in my life.
isn't able to do. I had so many situations when I would go to the masjid.
Oh, God.
It was just awful.
Oh, God, I skipped too far. This guy talks so slow, bro.
You know, you felt...
His video could have been a
jealousy,
10-minute video. It's
felt
20 minutes. And my video is 26
just
minutes.
the tension. Because it's almost like they just look at you like...
Oh, fucking hell, this guy.
If you're thinking about leaving...
If you're thinking about leaving...
Stay strong. Just find a support system. Find the right people that you can grow with.
Grow with. Find the right people. Ignore the people that are telling the truth.
Don't allow these different experiences and people to take you away from such a beautiful religion.
Jesus Christ. Jesus
First
Christ.
to say,
Jesus Christ.
it's a lifelong journey, and you got to keep working at it. You got a lot of people who will say, man, the religion is perfect, all of this and that. You know, Allah knows best.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done with you. You're a donut. You ain't got a clue about what you're saying. You're the most confused brother I've ever seen in my life. Yeah? If I left a comment on your video, I guarantee you'll delete it. Why? Because I'm talking facts. You wouldn't like what I'm saying. Yeah? Confused black brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bruv. He's made a video saying why I've left Islam. He said some really good facts of why you should leave, especially if you're a black guy. And at the end of the video, he's basically said, don't leave, stay strong with the faith, ignore all that, ignore what I've just said, find people who are not going to teach the true side of Islam, find people who are going to teach just only the good side of Islam, and ignore the bad things about it, and keep the faith strong. So basically, be a fake Muslim, yeah, be fake, because that's the best way. You won't hear the truth, yeah? And your mind will be fabricated and be blinded, and you'll just follow Islam blindly. And you'll live a happy life because you won't know the truth. But he's just told you the truth, and then he's now indirectly told you to not. This video is so unreal. But he's a Muslim, and it makes sense to me because this is what Muslims do. They're confused. He is confused, baffed. Yeah, he got so confused that he strayed away from the faith. You're in a Sharia law country, you would be executed without question. Without question. That's what I believe. But do you not understand that? And now you're telling Muslims to ignore what you've just said and still follow it blindly. I ain't gonna lie. This brother, you are one dumb fucking motherfucker, bro. Yeah? You ain't got a clue. You are backward, bent backward. Your mind state is all over the place, bro. Yeah? You just stated facts why you should leave. Really good ones. And at the end of the video, you want to say, stick with it, ignore these facts. That's a contradiction. You're insane, blood. But hey, you're a Muslim. And I think all Muslims are insane. So you're a true Muslim. True Muslims ignore all the bad things about Islam and follow it anyway. You know what I mean? Find a group of Muslims that are going to cuddle you and hold your hand and basically do taqiyya in your face and lie to you to tell you all the good things, and you'll be okay. That's what this guy's saying. Yeah? Backward. OG Alpha, from me to you, you're an idiot. Idiot, my guy, yeah? And Islam is perfect for you. Perfect. Follow it and never leave, yeah? And you know what? take this video to a Sharia law country and say, will you guys kill me for this video that I made? I dare you to do that. But you wouldn't do that because you know the truth already. So you know what to do. Yeah, you know what to do. You're a weak. Muslims are it's just disgusting. But hey, that's what Islam is, disgusting.